Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Man United Talks Awards 2017. Today we're here to wrap up the year for Manchester United. It's been a good year. We won the Europa League, we won the League Cup, which completed our treble. We won the Community Shield in 2016. But in all, it's been a really good year for us. Personally, I feel, starting at the beginning of the year, it was quite well. We were doing pretty well, but then things happened and we kind of threw in the towel and just decided to headline Europa League, and we went and won it. Thank God we went and won it, and now we're here still celebrating at the end of the year. I'm happy to be here. As you can see, I'm dressed nice, got my suit on, and it's just a bit of fun, really. It's just a bit of fun. I hope you guys enjoy, and let's get right into it, alright? Let's get right into it. First things first, we're going to talk about the signings we made this year. And we didn't make any in January, so it's kind of irrelevant, but as time moves on in the next Man United Talks Awards next year, hopefully we'll have made some signings January in a couple days. But as for this time, we made 4 signings over the summer in the likes of Romelu Lukaku, Nemanja Matic, Victor Lindelof, and Zlatan Ibrahimovic, who basically never left, to be honest. But yeah, I mean, they've all done quite well, let's be honest, apart from Zlatan, who obviously was injured and he's just come back. So really, he's out of the running. Hate to break it to him, he might kill me, but he hasn't done much in 2017. Pretty much, he really hasn't done anything in 2017 because he was also injured. I think he got injured in February or something like that, March, and he missed out for the rest of the season. So it's kind of hard to throw him in. As for Lindelof, everyone knows he had a slow start to the season, but he's picking up, and he could be, well, he won't be in the run-ins for 2018, but he could be in the run-ins for player of the season. Highly unlikely, but he's starting to turn up and putting some good performances. And now we get to the interesting part. We got Romelu Lukaku and Nemanja Matic. Lukaku, obviously, he turned up on the scene, showing class. He's up to 15 goals on competitions this season. He's doing well, and he hasn't really been scoring as of late, but he's still putting in decent performances, getting assists and creating chances, but he's had a lack of chances created for him. So what can you really do? What can you do? And as for Nemanja Matic, hasn't really had a bad performance this year. I think when we played Watford and we won 4-2, he was a bit outrun in midfield. He looked a bit off the pace, and I think that was the same game he got injured, so maybe it was a bit of a combination, but otherwise than that, truth be told, he's probably been our most consistent player, bar De Gea, and I'm really excited to have him here, and he's doing bits. So, signing of the year goes to Nemanja Matic. I think just simply because, and to justify it, I think it's just simply because he hasn't dropped in his level of performance. He has not dropped at all. Lukaku has dropped at times. Obviously, Matic hasn't been the best, but he hasn't dropped really in performance. He's consistent and he's doing well, and I'm proud of him. It's the same kind of thing as an Ander Herrera type vibe, but it's gonna go to Nemanja Matic this time. Unlucky Rom, but he could be up for player of the season if he kicks on. But he hasn't done so. So, let's go to Nemanja Matic. Now, on to the next one. Ladies and gentlemen, this award is one of my favorites because I am one to, I like the creation of the game. This is the assist of the year. The assist of the year, ladies and gentlemen. The nominees are as follows. Pogba's assist to Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Against Blackburn in round 5 of the FA Cup. If you do not remember, I'll put some pictures up. It was a great pass. Zlatan was making a decent run. He's not the fastest guy. Pogba just put it up over the top. About a 60-yard pass or something, like, not 60 yards, probably about 50 yards. And it just stood up in the air. And it just dropped perfectly for Zlatan. All Zlatan did was put his right foot onto it, slotted it right into the bottom right corner. Beautiful goal. And now the second nominee is Pogba again to Josh Harrop. If you do, I don't know if you remember that. should, because it was the only time Josh Harrop ever played for Manchester United last season. And it was a good pass. Outside the foot, straight through to Josh Harrop, who cut inside, did a little bit of shimmies and that, and they cut inside and put it far post. Beautiful pass. Fair play to Paul Pogba. Third nominee goes to Wayne Rooney, a man who's no longer with Manchester United. Top goal scorer for the club. My favorite player when he was here, and probably my favorite player in the Premier League now. But it was Wayne Rooney's pass to Juan Mata in the Europa League against Feyenoord. I don't know if you remember that pass. I think it was somewhat of a break, a counter-attack. Rooney just stepped into the 6-yard box. The goalkeeper came out, thought he was going to shoot, and he reverse passed it to Mata, who had an open net. And that wasn't so much a long-distance pass, but it was a class pass. He didn't look at Mata at all. He must have saw him prior to the situation coming together, but he made a beautiful reverse pass, and Mata was wide open. And pictures will come up as per usual, and you'll see what's going on. And now, last but not least, is Mkhitaryan to Rashford in the same game that Pogba assisted Zlatan against Blackburn. It was a good ball. Okay, outside the foot from the halfway line, and it just trickled right around to Rashford. Beautiful pass, and Rashford just made light work of it. Wasn't his great first touch, but the pass was unmatchable in that season, in my opinion. So I guess and the winner is Henrik Mkhitaryan, ladies and gentlemen. Pass was absolutely world class, and we're not seeing that from him this season, but he's got the assist of the year, in my opinion, and I'm happy for him. I'm overjoyed. Not like it really means anything, because he probably doesn't even know, but yeah, let's move on. Now on to a pretty big one, pretty big one we have here. This is the goal of the year, ladies and gentlemen. Goal of 2017. The nominees are Zlatan Ibrahimovic versus Southampton in the League Cup final. The free kick, absolute class, wins us the cup. Fair play to Zlatan. Absolutely enjoyed that. Second is Paul Pogba versus Swansea with that beautiful half volley that he just put top bins. You could argue it wasn't top bins, but it was a great goal, and it was probably the best or closest thing we've seen of Pogba to when he was at Juventus, when he was just banging in long shots for days, and I appreciated that. World class stuff right there. Third nominee, Antonio Valencia. Does he score any other goals? If you don't know what I'm talking about, like, who are you? Valencia versus Everton this season. What a thunder! I'm not gonna say the word. Absolute class from Antonio Valencia. Trickles out to him, edge of the box. He hits it on the half volley. I don't think I've seen a ball hit more pure in my lifetime. That was, well, in terms of watching it live, jeez, dude. That was beautiful. And yeah, that's why it's on the list. Geez, Valencia, you don't score bad goals. Let's be honest. You scored at the Emirates the other day. Good goal, man. Good goal. And last but not least, cannot forget this goal. February 21st of 2017, Wayne Rooney took a free kick against Stoke City at the Bet365, edge of the box, weird angle, probably on the left side if you're looking for the halfway line of the 18-yard box. We're losing 1-0. This is to break Bobby Charlton's record as well. Steps up, puts it top right. Are you kidding me, son? When I watched, I was just expecting it to just be a ball in. No, you don't do that if you're Wayne Rooney. You put it in the top bin. Absolute world class. Deflated celebration because we weren't winning. But he got on with it. Why are you interrupting my video, man? Anyway, just absolute brilliance and class from Wayne Rooney. Nothing new, to be honest. It's just a shame we don't see those moments as often. But he did score quite a beautiful halfway line against West Ham. Shame it wasn't for us. But we move on, okay? And the award goes to Wayne Rooney! I mean, can it really get to anyone else? I'm just being honest. Like, I mean, just good enough, really. I mean, Valencia is the closest thing, I think, to winning, because that was class as well. And it's just, it was like the third minute of the game. I mean, but I think Waza has to take this one. So congrats to Wayne Rooney. He's won goal of the year for Manchester United in 2017. Although he is no longer at the club, like I said, doesn't matter because we're not an official, whatever. Anyway, let's move on to the next category. Here we have a big one. It's one I've thrown in. I'm excited about it. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the team of the year. Now it's kind of weird to do a team of the year because you have 23 old players, and it's not like picking out of the best players in the world, which even could be a bit harder, you would say, because you don't want to disrespect your own players or whatever. But this is a big one. Okay, it's a big one, and I am going to tell you my personal team of the year. Obviously, all these awards are my personal preference, but as the channel grows, hopefully we'll have a voting and we'll see what happens. But let's get down to it. In net, we have David De Gea, because I mean, who else? Back line, you can say it speaks for itself, but in a sense it doesn't. Alright. Antonio Valencia, because no one else is better than him. He was the best right back in the league last season, in my opinion, without question. I mean, Kyle Walker's quality, but he's hit another level at Spurs. But last season, Valencia was the best right back in the league, in my opinion. Arguably the best in the world, until Dani Alves goes and freaking takes long shots like he's Jesus or something. And you got Eric Bailly, because really, if he was fit, he'd be playing now. But class defender, he's gonna be one of the best in the world. He's the reason we're not doing so hot right now. Next to him, I go with Chris Smalling, because Blind was quality last year as well, but Jones was injured for most of the season, and Smalling has probably been the most consistent player alongside David De Gea in terms of playing every game for the last couple seasons. And I'm enjoying his time, honestly. Just want to see him reach that level that he was under at Van Gaal. But let's move on to the left back spot. It's only one man. Ashley Young. Luke Shaw's been out, so I mean, no one else can really get that award. So fair play to Ashley Young. He's turned it up this season. Quite a guy, and safe to say I'm enjoying what I'm seeing from him. But Luke Shaw should be in this team next year. No ifs, ands, or buts. Hopefully Luke Shaw is gonna stick it out. He's starting now doing bits, so hopefully he continues. In the midfield, I've gone with Herrera and Pogba, alongside Martial and Mickey. Pogba was player of the season. Player of the competition in the Europa League. Mkhitaryan was very vital to us doing anything in Europe last season. He thrived in that competition. Herrera, player of the season last season. You could argue Matic, but I don't think Matic can beat out the player of the season for last season. Although Herrera's performances haven't been the best this season, he still was player of the season last season, and you can't knock that. And he's still good. He's still class. He just isn't playing enough, in my opinion. And as for Martial, he's been world class at times. He's absolute quality. He just needs to find consistency. That's the biggest problem. But I don't think anyone touches his position, if I'm going to be honest. Because personally, I don't think Rashford should be playing wide. But it is what it is. Now let's move to the forwards. And as you see, I've gone with Romelu Lukaku and Marcus Rashford. You would argue Zlatan, some of you, over Lukaku, but I've put Lukaku over Zlatan because Zlatan didn't really have a 2017. He got injured in something like February or March, and he didn't really do anything. He missed out 8 months of the season. He's just coming back, I think we can allow Lukaku to have striker of 2017. If it means anything, what he did at Everton clearly justifies him being in our team, because he was second top scorer in the league last season. So, not that it has anything to do with us, right? But 2017 team of the year, Lukaku over Zlatan, in my opinion. And next to him, the golden boy Marcus Rashford, who scored on every debut he's had in his career. And you just gotta appreciate him. He scored in the semi-final against Celta Vigo when we were in the away leg. And that was the only goal in that game, I think. Beautiful free kick. But he did bits last season for us, and he's gonna continue to become, well, in my opinion, he currently is England's best player. Not in terms of statistics, and what he's done so far, but obviously that goes to Harry Kane. But in terms of England looks so dead without his invention, that's why I've put him. I said he was England's best player. You know, when he has the ball, he does stuff. No one else in that team does anything without Rashford. But that could just, you could look at that as being biased, but I don't think I'm being biased. So, on to the next one. We spent enough time on Team of the Year. On to the next one. Man United Talks Player of the Year 2017, and the nominees are Paul Pogba, Ander Herrera, David De Gea, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, and Antonio Valencia. Now, first, before I say this, let me know what you think in the comments down below, because this was particularly hard for me. I think the two easiest you can exclude are Herrera and Zlatan. Like I said, Zlatan didn't really have a 2017, but he did score. He was our top goal scorer last season. He had 28 goals, all competitions. Well, the next best was 11. I think that was Martial. So he did bits last season. In terms of overall stats, but this is Player of the Year. Herrera, absolute fantastic finish to last season, but like I said, his start of the season has kind of overshined a little bit because it's current as to what he done last season. And then we've got Valencia, Pogba, and De Gea. Now, I'm going to be honest. De Gea is in the argument for best player at the club without a shadow of a doubt. The problem is, last season, I think maybe he was taken for granted a little bit. Maybe that was it, or maybe he just wasn't at that level last season. I think he was good and great at times, world class at times. But I think this season he's easily the best goalkeeper in the world, especially with Neuer being injured. But just wasn't shining as usual. I don't know. Maybe you could let me know what you think about that in the comments down below, about what the problem is with that. And then we have Paul Pogba. In my opinion, the best player of the club. Like, outfield player. Obviously, I'm contradicting myself if I don't say outfield player. But he just controls everything, especially when he plays in the midfield three. Don't know why that's not happening. Absolute world class. Takes the bull by the horns. Not afraid to do it. And now he's somewhat of the club captain at the moment. And not a bad thing. Not upset with it. And then Antonio Valencia. Come on, man. The guy's ridiculous. He's 33 years old and he's still playing like he's fresh out of high school. It's the first time he got injured in about 2 seasons after that broken toe I think he had, or something, or broken ankle. I don't know what he had. But he's come back and he's been fit for 2 seasons, playing out of position. But he's absolutely dominating it and he's doing bits, alright? And I'm proud to have him as the club captain at the moment. Well, the vice captain too, Carrick. But he's out at the moment. But I mean, it doesn't get more consistent than Valencia. Let's be honest. Of course, at times he can't defend because that's not what he does. He's not a defender. He's a winger playing right back. But he's accepted the role. Proud of him. And one of my favorite players to ever touch the grass at Old Trafford. But it gets down and dirty. And the award goes to, ladies and gentlemen, your 2017 Man United Talks Player of the Year is Paul Pogba. I don't think anyone will argue with that. I'm going to be honest. I mean, it's just too good, isn't he? He's absolutely magnificent. I appreciate him in everything he does. You can't deny it. It's a close run. Honestly, if this was 2016 De Gea under Van Gaal when he was just doing everything right, I think you could argue De Gea and Antonio Valencia is easily the third best player at the club right now in terms of consistency and doing what he does. But Paul Pogba, man, jeez, I mean, in my opinion, the best player in the league. People will say Kevin De Bruyne, some people will say Sanchez, and I say some people in Arsenal. But I think he just does everything more than De Bruyne. I mean, he does everything better than De Bruyne. De Bruyne's a great passer. Pogba's also a great passer, but he's playing behind the halfway line. You know, Pogba's a better defender than De Bruyne. You could argue he's quicker than De Bruyne. He's definitely stronger than De Bruyne. They both can play and run for days. You know, they got stamina and all that jazz. But Paul Pogba is the 2017 Player of the Year. I hope you guys enjoyed this little thing that I got going down. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed getting dressed up because, you know, I don't do that quite often because you always see me in my trackies talking about football, you know. But I hope you guys enjoyed, man. Thanks for the recent support. That's why I thought I would do this. You guys deserve something different, something special. So I put this together. Hope you guys enjoyed. It's been your boy Day. It's been the Man United Talks Awards 2017. It was a good one. It was a great year. I enjoyed it. And to all you guys, have a happy new year. I hope everyone enjoys themselves. Don't have too much fun, but enjoy your new year. Happy 2018 to you guys, man. It's been a good one. 2017 was a year to remember. It's the first time we won a European competition since 2008. So happy and proud of what we've done. Like I said, it's been your boy Day. Drop a like and subscribe if you enjoyed. Deuces, baby.
Break it down like this.
You better grab that tambourine.